Hi, it's Marvin. Today we're going to talk about Amazon Flex Morrisons deliveries. So there are three types of Amazon Flex deliveries. There's the logistics, there's Prime Now, and then there's Morrisons, which is similar to Prime Now but slightly different. Morrisons blocks you're delivering Morrisons groceries to local customers. The standard block length for a Morrisons delivery is 2 hours, but they've recently introduced 1.5 hour slots and also 2.5 hour slots. The 1.5 hours tend to be a little bit closer, and the 2.5 hours can be either further away, same amount of parcels, or you might get a few local deliveries first and then have to come back and reload and then go further afield. If it's your first time at a new Morrisons, it's an idea to get there early because each Morrisons is laid out differently. When you get your travel to the start point information, when you arrive, there's some extra text that will tell you how to access the store if the store's closed. Most of them have like a silver door down one wall with a doorbell that you need to ring, but that's all shown in the Amazon app. Each store's laid out differently. Some of them you can go straight in and the flex room is just by the door. Others have the flex room at the back inside the warehouse. And each Morrisons has different rules, how many drivers are allowed in at once, if you can wait inside, if you have to wait in your car. So it's a good idea to go to a new Morrisons a little bit early, have a quick chat to the greeter who's normally in the orange jacket, and find out how they run things at that store. The curious thing with Morrisons blocks is you can occasionally have a car park shift. They might not get the orders they expect for the week, so they quite often have an extra driver, which means you can just wait around in the car park and get paid for doing nothing. Pressed arrived and it's told you to wait in the waiting area. Some Morrisons have an area where the drivers can wait inside, but most of them you have to wait outside or wait in your car until it assigns you some deliveries. When you've been assigned deliveries, you acknowledge it, grab a couple of trolleys. It'll tell you how many parcels you're expected to take. It's normally between 25 and 30 parcels. The most I've had was 34, and that was a bit of a squeeze. So you take your 3 trolleys, you go into the flex area, and then the app will tell you to scan the parcels. It'll also tell you the rack number and position so that you can find the deliveries that have been assigned to you. I had to put all the blue bags in the bottom first and then the brown bags on top, as the blue bags are a bit sturdier. Here we go, nice way to stack your trolley. Blue bags on the bottom, brown bags on the top, and then extra cool bags on the hooks on the end. Load your trolley, scan all your parcels, scan the parcels as you go along, put them in your trolley. When you've finished, you tell it that it's swiped to finish, and then you load up your car. Different ways to load up your car. It's a bit different to logistics, as you've only got 5 or 6 drops normally. So I tend to just put them in my car grouped together. Each delivery has a different random word, short word on the labels. So you might have one that says dirt or one that says hello, and then it will say 5 or 6 or however many parcels there are in the delivery. So you can group them together in your car quite easily. Makes it easier to get them out when you get to your destination. All loaded up for the second delivery. We've got 4 monies altogether, 3 wins, 4 wares, and 15 coins. So you've loaded your car up, ready to go. Have a quick look at the map, because sometimes the routing can be awful. Most of the time it's okay. If you do need to change the routing, all you need to do is select the pin that you want to go to next. Press and hold on it, and then it will say preview route down the bottom, and you can just do start travel to that route. If you do that, I would double check that all of the deliveries that you have are at the same time, so there aren't any that are extra urgent and need to be done first. Follow the routing. I tend to use Waze to find my way most of the time, and then switch back to the Amazon app when I get close. When you're nearby, you press I've parked, scan the parcels, and then take them to the door for the customer. The iPhone app doesn't tell you that it's age verified until you've finished scanning all the parcels, which is a bit awkward. So I tend to do that before I take them to the door, so I know that they need to show me ID. Any problems, you can text the customer or ring them like usual. And if you get stuck, ring support. But generally, Morrisons is quite nice because it's only 4 or 5 drops up to about 30 odd parcels. One thing to remember is bring your blue IKEA bag, because if you've got 6 or so parcels and you need to take them up loads of flights of stairs because they're in a flat and the lift's not working, it helps to have your blue IKEA bag to stuff all of the parcels in. Now, when you've finished your last delivery, have a quick look at the time before you press swipe to finish. If you swipe to finish and there's more than 30 minutes left on your block, it will always tell you to go back to the store, even if there's nothing to collect. So if you're close to the 30 minutes, you might want to wait a minute or two and then swipe after that. If there's less than 30 minutes left, then the app will finish your block and you'll be asked the usual questionnaire at the end. If you swipe your last delivery and there is lots of time left, it tells you to go back to the store, head back. Sometimes you get given extra parcels, most of the time you don't, but at least you can get rid of your cool bags and your car will be empty for the next block. If you're not going straight back to the station, you can return the cool bags and the ice blocks the next time you do a block. I think that's it for the Morrisons blocks. If you found this helpful, give me a like. And you can always subscribe if you want to see more of my tips. Bye.